Hi guys, my name is Matthew. I'm here at Capital Railways. You are watching That Adventure. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Nailed it. Hello and welcome everybody. It's That Adventure Guy with a new day, a new adventure. Today's adventure. It's very exciting for me, very exciting. Can't wait to go in. We're at Six Flags America. This is my first time ever at this park, so very excited to be here. But at the same time, I'm actually very sad too, because not only this is the first time I'm gonna be here, this is gonna be the last time I'm gonna be here, because in 3 weeks this is closing. So I don't know what's taking me so long to come here. I live like 4 hours away, 4.5 hours away, something like that. I've never been here before, so we're gonna head on inside and see what's going on with this park, see if there's anything still open in it. I don't think I've ever been to I guess I'm gonna call it a dying theme park before, but here we are. Oh, that's a beautiful entrance though, isn't it? Looks good. All right, let's go inside. Just made it through security there. We're at the main entrance, but before we go in, I am going to stop into the Six Flags pass holder, because I did just buy the Cedar Fair Six Flags annual pass, so this is the first stop on that adventure. But I did also purchase the all-you-can-drink, so I don't know if I could get my drink from in here, my cup, souvenir cup, or if I have to go to Cedar Point, so let's go find out. Okay, so I can get my glass here, I just can't get it here. I have to go to a food and beverage place inside and get it in there. Let's go inside. Hi, how are you doing?
Good.
All right, thank you so much. Okay, we are officially in, guys, and look at this. We got like a little main street going on here, and there is no haunts here today, nothing like that, but they do, if we look, it does look like they actually have some Halloween theming up. You got some spider webs on the buildings here. Very cool. Last chance, 75% off. You're darn tootin', and we're gonna be stopping in there and seeing what's 75% off. You know I can't pass up a good deal. Look at this, we got the Flags Emporium. Lots of people here already. I can see this is gonna be a fun day. Actually, I was watching a video the other day. It was Sambucha, and he said it was empty, it was dying, everything was closed, but it looks like it's thriving to me. I mean, haven't seen any of the rides yet, but hopefully some of those coasters are open. But it looks like it's up and running like it should be. I don't see anything wrong with it. And we have the Looney Tunes Emporium over here. I'm gonna hold off on the souvenir shop until on my way out, because I don't want to be stuck carrying everything for the rest of this trip. Let's go ahead and inside, see what else we can find. And this is actually a little bit creepier than I thought it was gonna be. Let me see if I can get there we go. You got a creepy doll here. Look at her with some hands with hooks on them. Okay, it's not exactly completely family friendly, but it's fun. But yeah, there's no haunts for me to walk through. And if you are not convinced that this park is not quite yet dead, look at this. Even the hay has forms of life on it. It is sprouting new grass, so definitely not dead yet. Let's keep on looking around. I can't wait to get on some rides. Now, Cedar Point used to have a roller coaster called the Mantis, but here at Six Flags America, we have Praying Mantis. Look at this guy. Aww. Okay, I'm gonna let him go, let him be, and go find a coaster to ride on. I did get a cup. Unfortunately, I did not get my my season pass cup, because I am at Six Flags and I purchased my season pass online, my annual pass online at Cedar Point. So I have to go to Cedar Point to get my cup, but they were able to give me a paper cup in the meantime. But yeah, I mean, just look at this. You would never, ever know in 1,000 years that this is closing in 3 weeks. This is just absolutely insane. Greetings from Six Flags. And look, like I said, there are definitely some Halloween decorations. We've got some big pumpkins over here. Look at this guy. How you doing, bud? Super fun. And Mr. Pumpkin, I have a question for you. Do you think, just answer me, is my tractor sexy? All right, let's keep going. Decisions have to be made. Do I go to the right or over here to the left? I see some wood and some steel over here, so I think this is the correct way to go. Now again, this is one of those situations where I'm not looking at my map. I'm just gonna walk around, take it in for the first time, and unfortunately last time. But we have about 4 hours here today because it closes at 6. It's about 1:30, 2 o'clock. Actually, it's probably closer to 2 right now. But let's see what we can find. Now this is a little concerning. I see some coasters over there, but I haven't seen any coasters. So, oh wait, no, I take it back. I just saw one move up there. Okay, we got at least one open up there. Now, one thing that I've learned in my theme park history is never, ever, ever trust an unassuming bridge just sitting in the middle of nowhere. I think we've learned our lesson about that more than once. Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen. So we just saw Shipwreck Falls. Now, on the Sambuca thing, there was not a person in the park. I'm guessing that it was all shot as soon as the park opened, because it is, I'm not gonna say packed, but there's plenty of people here. He said there's no shows, but look, I'm gonna call his bluff on it because there's plenty of shows. You got the Steam Heist Stunt Show, the Marvelous Mysteries Fright Manor. So there's definitely still shows going on here. You can see the stadium and everything right there. So maybe I'll catch a show later. But I think more importantly, I'm here for the rides. Now entering Steamtown. Look at this, this is so cool. It's such a shame that this is closing down. It's so well themed. Coasters everywhere, like good looking coasters everywhere. Look, that one's heading down the hill right now. Here it goes. Little waterfalls over here, ponds. Such a shame. This is amazing. I can't believe I waited this long to come. Now, Sambuca was also saying about how everything's closed. Yeah, I don't think so. I think that was a purely clickbait thing. I'm actually kind of disappointed in myself for watching it. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I was not expecting the park to be as nice as it is. I mean, just look how cool these buildings look here. Very fun. Apparently they really like their tractors over here. So at Hershey Park, I tried to get on it. There was something that happened before I got on preventing me to get on it. If you want to see what happened, go watch that video. But I think today is finally the day I get on one of these. Let's get in line. Okay, I'm all buckled in, ready to go. Let's get this done. Let's see what this ride's all about. Hopefully it doesn't get me too dizzy. So I have somebody there recording for me. You'll be able to hear me. Hopefully my microphone still works the whole time. But let's go ride this. Let's go first. Okay. Oh, I'm going backwards. I wasn't expecting to go backwards. That's why I was in the forward facing the side. Yeah, this is nice. I can handle this. Wait a second. Okay, get a little air time there, a little weightlessness. This is way faster than I thought it was gonna be. It might not look too fast, but this is great. Okay, this is fun. I'm not getting dizzy at all yet. This is just fun. Now, I'm not sure what it's like going the other way yet, but when you're backwards, when it drops, your butt's out of the seat. Okay, we're slowing down now. All right, I just got off of it. That was a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. It was actually way more intense. My butt was rising off the seat on the way down, so that was a lot of fun. Kind of interesting to see if you ride the other side, how much different it feels. Thanks a lot, you too. That was cool. I like that. I'm a fan of those rides. I was talking about the restaurants and things before and shows, and look, this here, Lost Spirits at Filament Steam Pub actually has a show. They have 3 shows going on today, so no, I don't believe anything that Sambuca clown told you. Now, I understand steampunk, the steampunk theming. I love steampunk, but kind of confused what he's doing here. What's he have to do with the steampunk? Not really sure. I believe we found our first coaster. We're gonna start off with Professor Screamore's Skywinder. Oh, look, you can see it's just starting right there. So maybe we'll get on the next train. All right, here we go. just about basically have this ride to myself, which is absolutely amazing. I think there's 2, maybe 3 people behind me, can't really see from here. But let's see how this holds up. 3 weeks before its final ride. Oh, nice view from up here. Now, I was talking to the train operator, and he said, next I want to ride Superman, so I'm going to try to find Superman next. He said that was his favorite ride here, and we are at the top. Here we go! Oh. Front ride, baby! Woo! Oh, it's a little jerky. I'm not gonna lie. Woo! Oh, that's fun. Oh! Oh! Woo! Oh, man. Woo. A little bit of headbanging here. Woo. Okay, are we done? No, we're not done yet. Yes, we are. All right. So I just got off of Sidewinders, and we're gonna be honest today. Honest thoughts, not my favorite. Definitely not my favorite. It was a few rough turns there. It twists you and a little bit of headbanging going on. It has the comfort collars on them, which, I mean, I guess it's better than the over the shoulder ones. That being said, I don't think I'm gonna be riding that one again today. So the dinosaur is starting to make sense to me. It looks like there's a little rapids ride here. We're not gonna be riding the rapids ride because I was going to bring my GoPro with me, film these water rides. Unfortunately, my brother is borrowing my GoPro at the moment, so I'm not gonna get all soaked unless I can get it for video. But that being said, we're able to look up here. We got the dinosaur here. We have another dinosaur over there. I'm guessing once you go back and through everything, probably some more dinosaurs. It looks like there used to be a waterfall right there at one point. And we have a bunch of ghost ride in this boat. Now over here is something I've never seen before at a theme park. Look at this. It says you can buy s'mores. You can make your own s'more. Like literally, you can rent the stick and everything and make a s'more over this fire pit here. That is pretty cool. Now I've been noticing kids walking around with these little bagfuls of candy and stuff, but it looks like they do have a little trick-or-treat trail over here from noon to 5. So that's awesome. I think that's just this weekend though, I'm not positive. And these little cute guys are everywhere. Well, I know I said I was gonna ride Superman next, but this is between me and there, so we're gonna go ride Roar next, which looks to be, I believe it's this wooden coaster over here. And I love myself a good wooden coaster, so let's go get on this. Made it up to the platform. I'm gonna go with ride number 6. Go try this one in the middle because as far as my experience goes, the middle for wooden roller coasters are usually the smoothest. So we're gonna go here pretty close to the middle.
Thank you and enjoy your ride on Roar.
Welcome to the back riders. I hope you enjoyed your ride. Please wait for the ride comes to a full. Please stop and exit the gate on your right hand side. Feel free to check out Firebird, located right across the street. Has been doing that since Ride America. And if you want to cool down, check out Shipwreck. It's located.
Well, I just made it off of Roar. Is it smooth? Heck no. Is it fun? Yes. Yeah, it is absolutely fun. This is actually reminds me of the Main Streak, the old one at Cedar Point before they tore it down and turned it into Steel Vengeance. That's kind of what this reminds me of. Just as rough. A lot of fun though, but be prepared for the roughness. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. I do believe we found our first ride that's closed. It's just a little pirate ship, so nothing major. I'm okay with that one being closed. You can ride that at pretty much any park. Like I said before, they don't have haunts, but look at this. They actually do have a Halloween themed show here. Now, unfortunately, it's around 3 p.m., so we missed both shows. I would say maybe next time, but we know that's not going to happen. Oh, nachos sound good. Aviator Grill, nachos. Everything here is just so well themed. It's amazing. So up next, we are going to ride Firebird. Now, I believe this is a floorless coaster. We're going to head in and get on this, see how good this one is. It's so good. I always liked the floorless one. This reminds me of Six Flags Worlds of Adventure in Ohio, the old Geauga Lake. They used to have one like this. I think it was called Superman. It was one of my favorite coasters. Well, I just got off of it, and let me tell you, people complain about headbang. I was reading online about it. Once or twice, my head hit the things. I notoriously hate the over-the-shoulder holders, as we'll call them. But that being said, that was one of the smoothest rides. Actually, that was definitely the smoothest coaster I've ridden here so far. Now, whether that holds up, it was still a little jerky, but for the most part, that was pretty dang smooth, and I really enjoyed it. Actually, that's my new number one. So this park actually has a pretty cool history to it. I think it was opened up around 76, 77, something like that, but not as a theme park, not as we know it. It was actually an animal park, and it was opened by Ross Perot of all people, so that's kind of weird. And it was open, it was a wildlife preserve, and then that changed into like a drive-through kind of safari thing, and then they slowly started adding rides, and then it changed hands multiple times, and now it's, for the next 3 weeks anyways, it's Six Flags. After that, I'm sure it's going to be developed because this is pretty prime real estate. But just imagine, I mean, there could have been like an elephant or something right here, or a cage with a bear in it right there, who knows, but pretty cool little detail. And it seems like everywhere I turn there is a show going on. Look at this. That is pretty cool. And it does look like this is service dog friendly because there's a relief area. I'm just going to assume that this is for your dog and not for me. Pretty neat sign here right in front of the coaster, but look, it has all the different years. So it says like right there was the Wildlife Preserve. That's the one that I said Ross Perot started. That was 1974 to 78. I was a little off on the years. I said 76. I was close though. Then Wild Country, I believe that was the drive-through animal park. That was 78 to 81. Wild World, I think there might have been a little bit of a zoo. I'm not entirely sure of that. From 82 to 92. 93 to 98 was Adventure World. And then 99 to 2025, Six Flags America. I do believe that this is probably the oldest coaster here. I think this one's from the 70s. I could be wrong about that, but we're gonna ride that later on today. So we've been on a few coasters. I think it's time to give my body a little rest. Let's hop aboard this Capital Railroad. A train that goes a little bit slower, at least I hope. Okay, let's go find ourselves a seat. As always, we're gonna head towards the back because that's where the wildest rides are. This will do. Just about to the back. We got, I think, 2 rows behind us. So I just noticed there is actually 3 people inside of the engine to operate this. So it looks like we're just about ready to go. Let's get on this train. Let's get this train on the tracks. Well, it technically already is on tracks. Let's roll down on the tracks. And away we go. And we have some Looney Tunes music playing, because you know Looney Tunes are a major part, at least for now, of Six Flags. There's a little drop tower right over here. And that is running. There's people getting on it now. That looks like the same kind that used to be at Kennywood, the Pitfall at Kennywood, but not quite as tall as the Kennywood one. If you guys have seen my video on Idlewild Park, I rode one of those there. That was a lot of fun. This reminds me of the Exterminator at Kennywood. If you've been on there, the spinning one, except this is outdoors instead of indoors. But it seems like a very, very similar layout. Oh, look at this. There's like an old car over here. That's pretty cool. I guess this might have been like one of the original railroad cars there. Wow, that thing's got some age to it for sure. That's cool. Let's see, is there a caboose at the end? Oh, there is. Is that a caboose or an engine? That might be an engine. Yeah, that's a whole nother train. That's an engine there. It doesn't look like that's been in service for quite some time, though. That's for sure. There's a little back section here, probably for storage and training or offices. It looks like over here we have the prop department. And this is Looney Tunes, so I'm guessing Wile E. Coyote has probably ran into that a time or two. It does look like they have some picnic groves and stuff. I don't know if this is still in use. I do see, I mean, they're all covered in tablecloths and stuff, so I'm imagining that these are probably still being utilized. Okay, I believe that, yeah, the Ride of Steel is Superman. I am definitely going to be getting on there. And actually the train, the music on the train just switched over to the Superman theme song as we're passing. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I am excited about riding that. It looks like there's a balloon ride, or at least there used to be a balloon ride here at some point called Up and Away, but yeah, you can see that one's pretty much all dismantled at this point. Looks like another, there's a second train here. Looks like a smaller train. The Whistle Stop Park. Huh. And I just noticed that smaller one has a much narrower gauge on it. So yeah, the tracks aren't nearly as big as this one. Again, this is one of the more significant, bigger trains I've ever been on as far as the cars go. Oh, you're going through a little tunnel here. That is the loudest train horn I think I've ever heard. And I do believe we're riding back to this station. That was a fun, relaxing train ride. Again, this is, I can see just how wide these seats are. This is definitely one of the bigger park trains I've ever been on. Thank you. Awesome. We just got permission to take a little peek inside and see what drives this train. So looks like we have the sound system up here. Like a little, I guess that's for the engine, but then over here, this is kind of where the magic happens. So what does what here? What do these do?
This is the brake.
That's a brake?
Yeah, this is to put it in neutral.
That's neutral?
Reverse. This right here is the throttle.
That is cool. Thank you so much for showing me the inside of that. Very cool. I appreciate it. Very unique train here. Very cool to see. Thank you guys so much. There is a VIP party pavilion here. We're gonna take a quick peek inside. It is kind of closed at the moment, but I want to show off these hammocks. Look at those. If they're getting rid of them at the end of the season, Six Flags, send me one. I want one of those. That looks so comfortable. Groundhog going under the fence. Look at the size of this book. This is the Big Purple Parade. Because if you want to, you can read it, pause it, read it. I'm not gonna read it to you. You guys are all know how to read. At least most of you do. Welcome to Mardi Gras. All right, let's go check out Mardi Gras. Talk about things that are open. Even the go-karts are still open. So, like I said, I think we saw one, maybe two if you count that hot air balloon ride that have been closed so far. Just about everything's open. I saw one or two restaurants, but I mean, everything's pretty much open. With the park closing in just 3 weeks, I did not expect to see this level of theming as far as Halloween goes and haunts. Look at this. Look how big that pumpkin is there. There's these inflatable tube men everywhere. This is crazy, guys. This is such a shame that this is closing down. I am mad at myself for waiting so long to come for my first and most likely only time here, but this is just such a cool park. I find our next ride, I think. We are gonna go over here. This one is called the Wild One. According to this, it says it was established in 1917. So if there is truth to that, this is definitely the oldest ride here and by far the oldest coaster that I'm gonna be riding today. So let's get on this. At one point in time, this was a really popular ride. Look at the amount of queue here that goes back and forth. Obviously, we're not using all of those today. This is actually the first ride that I've been on that had any kind of a wait. Everything else has been a walk-on, so can't wait to get on this one. found my seat. We're gonna be in row 10 here. 2 rows from the back.
We also haven't been there since 2017, so we just, I mean,
Welcome back to the ride.
And into our seats we go. I just got off the coaster and oh my gosh, does that run nice. That was by far the best running coaster here so far. There's a lot of great elements. This one right here, actually a lot about it. The creakiness of it, the shakiness reminds me of Thunderbolt at Kennywood, almost identical. Even has a helix that slams you to the side. Now this one does have a divider between the seats, so you're not squishing the person next to you, which is really good because I was sitting next to somebody I didn't know. But yeah, I highly recommend this coaster if you get here in the next 3 weeks. So I believe this building here used to be the Gotham City Stunt Show maybe? But that is currently not open. But that's the first show that I've seen so far here that's not in operation. Everything else has been here. So there's plenty to do. It's time for me to take a break and eat. This is what we're dealing with here. This was $18 or $19. Got the chicken sandwich. Came with, actually had one already, but it came with 2 onion rings and some fries. Got some sauces here, sweet and sour and barbecue. So that's what we're gonna have for dinner. I just loaded it up with some barbecue sauce. Gonna put the lettuce back on. Threw the tomato away. I don't do tomatoes. But look at this. This is huge. This is pretty dang significant. Let's take a bite of this and see how this tastes. Oh, actually, that's really good. Really crispy, super yummy. Over here's the Harley Quinn Spinsanity. We're gonna skip that though because Kennywood has one. I've ridden that hundreds of times. So looking for new experiences, new coasters. We only have about an hour left. So let's find some more things to do. Now I have been told if we come across the Joker and it's open that we have to get on because apparently it's very temperamental and it does appear that it's open. So I'm gonna jump in line. And look how cool that theming is, 3D and everything. That's awesome. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in line for that. Now, I have not really been able to see too much of the track, so I am going into this one completely blind, as I so often like to do. So let's go ahead and check out this ride. Oh my gosh, look at the theming. It even goes into the queue. We got the Joker himself right there. Ha 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 ha. Oh, this is cool. I decided on row number 11, next to the last seat here. So we're next in line. Again, everything here has pretty much been a walk-on. Well, it is pulling back into the station. You guys weren't able to hear because it was kind of quiet. I tried to film it, but the Joker himself gave me all my instructions, so I have to keep my hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times, according to him, and some other fun stuff. But it was a really, really fun instructions that they gave me. What were you telling me about this?
This is the best ride in Six Flags history. That's a promise.
You heard it from the man. You know what? I honestly cannot disagree. That was the smoothest one that we've done so far here. So I'm glad I was able to ride that one. That was an amazing ride. There was a launch at the beginning. I was not expecting the launch. That was a surprise. So that was cool. From this vantage point here, now I can see the entire track. So you can just see that big clump of steel there, massive spaghetti bowl, if you will. That is what I just went through. It was very, very disorienting, I will say that, but super smooth. I liked that one a lot. One of these, when it first opened at Cedar Point, got stuck at the very top of it for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Will not be riding that again, ever. I can't think of a better way to end my day here at Six Flags America than riding this behemoth of a coaster here, the Superman Ride of Steel. Again, it's my first time on it. I am crazy excited about this. This looks so good. So let's go get in line to it. Now, according to Sam, there was nobody on it. This one's completely full, so I'm sorry, but Sambucha, you are full of poopy. I'm just throwing it out there. I am calling you a fake.
Here. on Superman.
And we are heading to road number 10 this time. Again, this is kind of close to the middle here. You can see where in relation to are. So almost dead center in the middle. So can't wait to ride this. This is gonna be the perfect coaster to end my day. While I'm waiting for the next train, you can see another coaster in the back there. That one, I believe, is Bat Wing, BAT Wing. And that, from my understanding, that has been closed since June or July. So we will not be riding that one today, but we will begin on this one right now. I won't be able to see. And here we go. We just got off Superman Ride of Steel. Again, this is like 210 feet, something like that. The biggest coaster here. I'm gonna say definitely the fastest coaster and the smoothest. Joker over there might give it a run for money, but very smooth. It was so much fun. But not only that, if you guys watch the Irish Road Bowling, you'll recognize the old man. He was riding it too. He got on this. And let's get you out of the sun so I can see you. What were your thoughts of it?
It was incredible.
Yeah.
I've never been on one like that before. I probably won't do that again. For my age, it took my breath away.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, definitely not. Found ourselves just a random like not drawbridge, but like a wooden suspended shaky bridge here for quite literally no reason. It's not going over water or alligators or anything, just a suspended bridge. Unfortunately, we do not have much time left, but it looks like over here is like their kiddie area, their kid area. We're not gonna go in there, just kind of take a peek from back here. Very cool, very themed to Looney Tunes. Let me show that off here, the sign. It's pretty cool. You know, because this is gonna be the last time I ever see the sign. Well, first time and last time. Very cool sign. But yeah, you can see Bugs Bunny up there in a little bucket. Very themed, very well. I will say, I love this carousel. Look at it, all the animals, different animals on the top. Not only that, look how beautifully painted these are. Those are cool. Look at the big elephant there. You got a giraffe, a tiger, a pink and purple zebra in the background right there. But yeah, super cool. We do have some old-timey cars over here too. Very, very fun. We have the monsters out. Look at this. This is so cool. Oh. Like I said, everything here is just themed. You would not know that this is going away. This is amazing. So awesome. Thank you, guys. Come on, bub. Hi. Well, this will be the last time I see this sign, unfortunately. But it was a good time. It was a good time here. Over here, we have the water park, Hurricane Harbor, but it's currently closed. Well, it's closed for good. Not currently. Currently, it is closed. Tomorrow, it's going to be closed, and forever, it's going to be closed. But that's where it was located. All right, now is the perfect time to take a little break. Do some souvenir shopping, because it does say some things are up to 75% off. So let's see what they are. We're here at the Flag Emporium. And what the heck is this? It's just mirrored. Does it kind of remind you of Elf, the TV show Elf? I'm not sure what that is. It's not Elf. It's a little bit creepier than Elf, but that's what that reminds me of. All right, let's go see what's inside this. Of course, we have the obligatory turd hat. Who doesn't love a good turd hat? Look at this. I've never seen the turd hat that has like the leather bomber hat on it. It says bombs away, you know, because it's a turd. Dang, I said some things were 75% off. According to that, it says all items are 75% off. So we're definitely gonna do a little bit of shopping in here. We have a little squishable over here, but I have no idea what he is. I've never seen it. What are you? This is a Dr. Plague. Ooh, creepy. Really nice tie-dye hoodies over here. Let's see what the price is on these. Now again, it does say everything is 75% off, but can't find a price on this one. And I did find this. The redhead loves pink. She loves flowers. Look at this. Happy to be here, Six Flags. It says America right down the arm there and real big on the back. It's $40. That being said, it's 75% off, so it's only $10. How can I say no to that? Okay, I like the pattern on here. They do have XL. Not wild about the yellow, but I think that's my favorite one here. So I'm gonna grab that one. That one's $22. So that's gonna be 75% off as well. So I know, you can't really beat that. Can somebody tell me if they still have these in the stores? When was the last time somebody actually bought a Beanie Baby? I mean, last time I had them, they ended up at the thrift store. So change of plans. I put the yellow shirt back. Got this one because, hold on, let me turn it around. It has a dog on it. You know we love our dogs on the channel. So this is the shirt I got for myself. Well, I officially did it. I closed down the park. You can see security blocking people from going any farther. That is going to wrap things up for us here at Six Flags America. I honestly really wish that I would have come down and done this sooner, because what an amazing, amazing park this is. This was, but this will no longer be, because as the sign says, that's all, folks. You have probably about, I think, what, 3 more weeks left to get your butt down here if you want to ride some of these absolutely amazing coasters. What a fun park. Such a shame that it's closing down. I wish I would have came years and years ago. It was only a 4.5-hour drive, and I waited till 3 weeks before it closed. Well, that's on me. But that's gonna do it for this adventure. I will see you guys all on the next adventure. Be kind to each other. Bye, guys. Parking lot's empty. Really closed it down.